you got the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. So the need to, maybe things aren't as straightforward as you would like them to be, and you're kind of having to chill and see what comes. You know, let's see what words show up for you. Okay, what I'm feeling here is the calm before the storm. The calm before the storm, something's shifting, you know, like maybe you've been waiting for a long time for something to happen, and this is you allowing the time of stillness, allowing the time of not knowing, you know, rather than rage against it, just allow. And I feel like the quiz suggests that it's just a time of allowing. The Hanged Man says to you, relax and allow the space of not knowing. Like, you know, I love this quote, life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. And that's what the Hanged Man embodies for me. So the quiz means it's accept this moment of, or this time of not knowing. Quip is to use humor as your way of coping. And then quake means it's about to shift. That is what I'm feeling here. Okay, group 1. So don't give up hope. Things shift. Things always change. That's the nature of life, right? Look at that. I'm still and I know. And I know this is not a good version. You know, it's not a good print, right? Print quality. So you can't really see it. In fact, what this is the mountains at my home. This one is called Ghost Mountain. And yeah, and the point that I want to make, I am still and I know, which is suggesting this time of stillness. It's like if you just allow, you get to know what the next steps are. But if you rage against this time of not knowing, or of where things just seem up in the air, you don't get to know, right? And that's what the Hanged Man says, is when you allow yourself to be suspended, you get to see things from a different view, or you have an aha moment, a moment of enlightenment. And that's what I see going on for you here. Now, let me get some cards. You've got all major arcana here. So something big is about to shift, you know, or you're going to, sorry, I meant to do these last for advice and not show them. So I'm really trying to do it a bit differently today. For some reason, I just felt the need to change it up. And I'm doing these on the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day, for what that's worth. And beneath the deck, you have the King of Swords. So some truth is coming out. Just allow it. Do you know? Like sit tight. Sit tight. And allow right now. And with the Wheel of Fortune there on the side, on what you need to look out for, it's saying you're pushing the wheel. This is out of your hands. You're pushing the wheel, or it is in your hands, right? In the sense that it's about you letting go. No, let go and let God. It's that notion of letting go and allowing. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying you cannot, if you rage against the machine, it's like, who is it that pushed the wheel up the hill and it kept rolling down? My brother will know this. Many of you will know this, but no, it's not coming to me. Yeah. That's the whole idea. And then on the other hand, what's your positive, what's working for you is exactly the opposite, is that it's in concert with this. I'm still and I know. You know what it is. You know, the High Priestess for me is not just about wisdom, or it's not about wisdom. In fact, it's about knowledge, like higher knowledge, higher knowing. But the High Priestess can block that higher knowing, kind of. It's like when you are ready, when the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, kind of thing. But you see that she's blocking the way, and it's almost like when you are ready and when you've allowed, then the way forward comes. It's simple maths, maybe. or physics, whatever, laws of the world. Like if we get in our own way, if we paddle, we might not even receive the guidance we're meant to. We can even lead ourselves astray. And then here's justice, beautiful. So balance coming in. These are both cards of balance. So there's, you know, it could be possible. And here I want to draw from the Astro. So this is you wanting justice. 11 and 12. But it's one step at a time, right? And you want a fair outcome, and I feel like that's working in your favor. You don't want favors. You don't want things to work for you just because you are you. You want them to work because you know that you deserve them, and you've got to keep believing in that, right? But it's not going to happen by pushing and shoving. You just stay in the stillness. You know, like with the Queen of Swords, I'm feeling it's the King of Swords. This detachment, you know, this is the card of Libra, and this is it represents air sign. So kind of like a detachment, and you are in that. And that's what the Hanged Man is about, is detaching and saying, okay. But around you, there might be people who are rushing you. There might be people who are impatient. You know, it could be a Sag around you, Sagittarius. But I'm going to draw a card and see from the Star Codes Astro Oracle and see what comes out for you. I don't think we must block that beautiful candle. Let's see. Oops, Venus, beloved. Oh, okay. So there's someone that is maybe in a hurry for you to make your mind up. Maybe they're pushing you to decide about something. And there could also be a Taurus around you. But it could even be a job. And it's almost like saying even that you can... I wouldn't want to interfere with your job possibilities, but it's kind of like suggesting wait before you make a decision. But let's see when we get the clarifiers as well, right? And I'll draw these later. Let me draw from this. I haven't used this deck in a while. Oh, no, I had a deck. See, I was going to give you separate decks then this morning because I'm in change it up mode. I'm kind of going with the flow here. So that was upright. Okay, now I've never seen the Seven of Swords like that. In this deck it says plans, hopes, wish card, highest, major, minor arcana. Well, I don't know about that. But let me just read what comes to me here. I didn't do the writing, by the way. So it's you being your own best friend. I'm feeling here like you standing up for yourself. There is that element of showing up for yourself, and showing up for yourself means doing what's the right thing for you. So there's that kind of element of doing what's right for you, not being rushed, not letting anyone rush you, and yourself not rushing the process. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, you have the King of Swords. Oh, it's like the readings that I put up yesterday, like this. This maybe a busy mind is what I was saying with the Wheel of Fortune. If you are trying to take too much action, you are getting in your own way at this point in time around this particular issue. That's the message I'm getting, is that there's no need to push and strive, and there's you planning and plotting. But this King of Swords here is showing up as calm and detached, and that's the idea, is rather be calm and detached, you know. And you get your detachment by allowing the Hanged Man. And then around you with the High Priestess, you get the Seven of Coins, and that's patience again, right? Slowly working on something. It's really, I feel like this is suggesting a time of taking it slowly, not rushing, of allowing. in this particular situation at this particular time, not forever, because things shift. But then they're not going to shift better if you rush them, any better if you rush them. And then with the Justice card, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands is, again, it's a caution. So are you going to believe in your right? I feel there's an element of believing of a detachment and believing that things will shift, believing that they're shifting in your favor. It's feeling that it's a real powerful guidance to know I'm still and I know. It's trusting, trusting that there's a plan instead of overburdening yourself with the worries. And I know that's easier said than done at times, But even when we are worried, we can take a detached view. We can be tempered. We can step back and try to see things from a different perspective, And with the Venus, the beloved, I'm just going to read from here because it might be important to one or two of you. Venus symbolizes your heart, romance, and the creative process. It's what attracts you, what you value, and how you value yourself. A Venus is inside Earth's orbit and takes 224.7 Earth days to complete the journey. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Venus, and what you got here, you got Taurus and you got Libra. You got Taurus under the and Libra. So you might be one of those. And can be only in the same sign as the sun or in the two signs on either side. Venus is one of two planets who appear to rotate backwards. Okay. Action, soften, charm, open the heart. Investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair and lovely. Remember this Venusian truth. People are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. I just feel, there might be a lover that is pushing you to make a decision on something. Let's see just now. Let's see your advice. Calm. It's letting go of, I think you really just have to detach. This to me looks like what will people say, and you've got to detach from that. This person is detaching from that. They are spending time in nature. They are finding ways of being okay with the moment, and instead of worrying about the eyes around them. Let's see what else. An Ace of Swords. So that's the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Slowly and steadily, and I feel like this, there will be a sudden shift. Is that, that quake idea, the Ace of Swords seems to suggest that. But for now, it's slow and steady. It's just you being calm and contemplative and just allowing, so that you can get in touch with your intuition, and then suddenly things shift. Okay, group one, I hope this has helped you, and if it has, won't you share and let me know how it's playing out in your life, and give me a like, share, subscribe, all those things, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group two. You chose this rose quartz crystal with Aventurine, I think, and King of Coins. So this is a money crystal. Well, not the rose quartz, but this is meant to be about money. That's like symbolizing abundance. This particular creation is about that. And then you get the King of Coins. It's like standing in your power, and wow, this is quite powerful. So perhaps you are in a time of a lot of abundance. Let's see what it is that has brought you here, and what it is you want guidance on, group two. Oh, look at that. The Holy Grail, I'm a self-willed soul. So this is my self-willed soul card. It's like you are coming into wholeness in a very beautiful way. Now, life is about cycles, but there's something really beautiful going on for you, and it suggests emotional fulfillment and financial abundance. So fulfillment on the physical level as well as the emotional level. Who was what to jump? Queen of Wands, let's just see. And the Knight of Wands. It could be a relationship, right? Between someone younger and, I mean, that could be part of that where the emotional fulfillment comes, someone from the past. The Knight of Wands jumping through hoops for the Queen of Wands here. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. And there's a partnership here as well. So maybe the Knight is graduating to King, becoming more self-assured, becoming more constructive, becoming more present, becoming more stable. Let's see. So maybe you've come here because of the rose quartz and you're asking about love. Could be. Group 2. Well, you know, the Soulful Soul, I didn't even explain that. I mean, for me, what the Soulful Soul is about is finding that harmony, finding harmony in situations. And we don't always get it right, but for me, that's what the journey is about, and that's what my book is about. Gentle Like Water, A Path for the Soulful Soul, is that journey towards inwards to finding our truth, you know. And the Soulful Soul, the Holy Grail is that finding that balance between selfishness and selflessness, and knowing what is the right thing for you in any given situation, for you and the ones you love, but mainly for you, because what I mean by that is that we have control only over ourselves, right? And then I'm going to draw 2 for advice that I will come back to. Beneath the deck, you have the King of Wands in the reverse. So this can talk about passion. So, you know, what I'm seeing here, so somebody got the Hanged Man, the previous group. So this, I think that the King of Wands in reverse is suggesting this same graduation, that this person, maybe a fire sign, has taken time out, or maybe a Pisces, to really look at their situation and look at themselves and receive guidance. It could be you, it could be somebody else. And because of that, they are graduating to King. So you might have been this King of Wands, you're graduating in the reverse, you know, like passionless, or I'm contradicting myself. Or you might have just felt like, on the other hand, just taking on too much, but then you stopped, or this person around you stopped and tried to get in touch with their inner wisdom. If it's a love reading, and that's shifted the energy to something more stable instead of this, I don't know, player kind of energy, I think. But if it's you, it's also you taking yourself and your dreams more seriously. That's what I feel. So this is also saying, this is about the past. Something that happened in the past is not destined to repeat itself. It's like, let go of the issues from the past. You have grown, the other person has grown, or you have grown, and so you have learned, and you're much more in touch with your own needs, your own wants, what makes you tick, and you're much more in touch with your soul and your soul's needs. You're so in touch that you know when you are out of sync. Do you know? Because we all get out of sync. For me, this is a lifelong journey. But here's you, or a relationship finding balance, beautiful balance. Because the Queen, or the more feminine of the two, is finding their love. They found their love for themselves. They found that comes from within. You know, they found their self-worth, or they've been working on their self-worth. And so their partner, their beloved, shows up. It's not just any king. It's not the King of Swords or the King of Wands. It's King of Coins, suggesting stability, and strength and abundance. So that's what it's looking like. And if it's not a partner, it's you finding this inside yourself, leading to this. And these two cards came out in the previous reading. This one came out as advice, and kind of as advice. But this is the Nine of Swords. This is you worrying about, don't worry about eyes, what people will say, what people think of you. I think you've shifted, group 2, or that's the journey you've been on. You've been more asking, what is it? What's here? What's in my soul? What is in my guidance? What is right for me? Not what do other people want or need or say or believe. It's very beautiful. And you might still have residues of this. It might still be there, but you're guided to let that go. And around you is this high priestess. So something opening up, some mystery that you didn't understand. Something showing itself in a very different way. Let me get the clarifiers and just see what that, it could be in relation to another person, a Pisces. Or what I did with the previous group was to draw from here to see what that influence might be. So with the High Priestess, it's like some kind of inner guidance coming. And when you're ready, and I think you are, but let's see. I just want to get a card from here. It's 2 cards. It's the 12th house, introspection, and Uranus, change. Let's see. Virgo, it says Virgo, digest. Venus, beloved, no, think. Virgo, digest. And Sag, expand. Very interesting. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is that you've shifted. You've made leaps and bounds, group 2. But sometimes you forget, or old habits die hard, like you forget, and you perhaps you have been brought up to believe, look, the truth is we live with other people, and we can't have an asshole world, right? We know what an asshole world is doing to the world, where you just have people believing that what they're doing is right, and that's what the self or soul is about, right? Is questioning ourselves, living by our integrity. But maybe you, on the other hand, have swayed in the opposite. It's like worrying too much about what other people think. And there's something in your life that's requiring you to say, what is it my soul is telling me, my higher self, my God, my goddess, my people, my ancestors? What is it I'm being guided to? What is the truth that I know? And you've only got here because you've been doing this inner work. You've been working on becoming more self-full. But this is a thing that might get in your way. And it's not a big caution. It's just that's how you feel. Every now and then you worry too much about what other people might think. And I think that you are being asked to move away from that now. And Virgo, digest. Well, maybe you're being guided to, that looks like barley. Not that I know what barley it looks like. There must be something in my memory that knows what barley looks like. But anyway, it's suggesting cleansing maybe. Maybe you're needing to be doing some cleansing work, just doing a herbal cleanse or whatever. I wonder what barley does. Let me just see. Virgo, digest. It's number 6. Virgo. symbolized by, okay, look for the grain and release the chaff. Weed, harvest, sort. Something in this situation needs to be sorted, edited, or reorganized in order to bring in its harvest, whether you're asking about a relationship, a work project, or the culture in which you work. So it's being discerning is what I'm feeling, which is what the High Priestess is about. And I feel like that's coming to you. It's this respite is coming to you. You know, that you don't need to worry. But let me get clarifiers. Yeah. I feel like you're letting go, you're being guided to let go of fears now. Let go of fears. This is very Cups energy. It's like staying stuck in emotions of fear, and you're being guided to release that now, dear hearts. Trust that you've done the work, and this guidance is there, and it's coming to you, and it comes from within, you know, and it comes from this king didn't get here just Soma. They did a lot of work to get here. They did this work, this inner work, and this queen, which I feel represents you. It both represent you, but they also could represent a lover. You know, the 6 is the card of the number of the lovers. And look at the 2 hands. Something beautiful going on here, I think. And oh my goodness, look at that. How do you like that? And the 4 of Swords. Sure. You know, I feel like this love works when each person knows how to be alone. And that's maybe what you've worked on. If it's another partnership, it's you knowing your own worth. Do you know? Like, this partnership, whether it's another like work or whatever, you know your worth. You're even able to say, hey, by the way, not working this weekend, or no, this is my time out now. And you know, within reason, right? Because many of us work with NGOs and in NGOs and stuff like that, and sometimes there are crises, and sometimes things have to happen now, but you know when to say, hey, I need time out. A partnership benefits from that time out, is what I'm getting here. And maybe a partnership, if you think about it, has benefited from this time out. People had to grow. I love it. I love that we have the devil there. That's my card. And I always like it when the devil comes up, because it talks about us. See, I feel like the Holy Grail is also... this is the opposite of the Lover's card. That's Gemini, that's the Capricorn. So it's also accepting the beautiful ugly. The beautiful ugly, you know, like, you know, for example, like sometimes we can only focus on what we see as beautiful, and we reject what we see as ugly, and sometimes that ugly is beautiful, you know. That whatever it might be, but it could also be releasing negative attachments, you know, like attachments to what people will think, attachments to what I look like, attachments to whatever, addictions or whatever it's being. You have done a lot of work, is what I feel here. Group 2, a lot of work, and you know, like that work is you know, it's kind of, did I say earlier emotional fulfillment and financial abundance, or was that with the previous group? But that's what I'm seeing here. So that's emotional fulfillment, that's a financial abundance, that's emotional, that's inner strength and well-being, and wow, like just uncovering this beautiful person within, because you've been willing to confront all the things that needed to be confronted, and you continue to do that. And that's why I love the devil card, because it's our, for me, what it is that it allows us to confront what's not okay within us by other people's standards, and if by confronting that, we know whether it's our standards or not, but also by our own standards, we confront what we are not happy with. And that takes a lot of strength, you know, to be able to say, hey, I was wrong, or hey, this is not good for me, or I don't want to be like this. I'm changing this behavior, because sometimes that might be comfortable. Okay, group 2, I hope this has helped you. Yeah, and if it has, please won't you comment and like, share, subscribe. And yeah, wishing you all the best with this journey you're on, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Hi, group 3. This is, you chose the Carnelian, and your card is the 6 of Coins. So it's about give and take, about finding balance and giving and taking here. Let's see, I drew for my deck, everyone as well, for kind of like a theme. So that's your focus there. Oh, you know what I didn't do for group 2, which I'm going to do for you, is draw out some words. Okay, it's just game. So it's like, you know, what I got for group 1 was life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. It's kind of that thing. But you also like just see things at the moment as a game, as fun. You know, like just see the humor in things maybe. And the card beneath is saying to be ego, not to be ego. It's kind of letting go of your ideas of right and wrong right now. You know, just have fun. Just have fun. The world is a bit topsy-turvy. That's just an understatement, but like maybe you are needing to have a bit of fun, dear group 3, maybe. But maybe, and that's like taking time out to smell the roses, be with a friend, have tea, have some gossip, you know. Maybe that's what you're needing. Like, who's a good friend? Trust is the creator. Trust in my journey. And these are not very good copies, but that's it. It's being willing to go where you are guided. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you. It's a bit of a mystery. It's like, let's see. So don't rush. Don't rush. You know, the 6 of Wands is about victory, right? It's about success. So don't worry about that, right? You have the 2 sixes, but you've got this 8 of Swords as well, which can talk about you feeling trapped. But maybe you just need to, maybe you can't move around as much as you want to for some reason. You know, you could have hurt yourself, or your car might not be working, or maybe you don't have a car. Wait, let's get 2 more. Yeah, there's your life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. You know, and I feel like what you're doing is trying to push for the answers. There's a similar theme with, I think, with group 1, maybe all. But yeah, and I feel that's echoing. What's going on here? The 6 of Wands. What made me think about that? Oh, the 6 of Cups, this dreamy quality, like I want to know, maybe. And this is you being guided to take time out to value the, okay, let me just think about this. This feels a bit like the Hanged Man, like in group 1. Look at the hair hanging. And almost the answers coming when you rest, when you take time out or do something differently. I've got another theme in my book called Zig when you'd normally zag. And I think that's what that kind of thing is saying. Just do something different. Drive a different way. Let's say you go in there all guns blazing in a fight. And this is saying, no. But there's this need for look, and maybe that's it. You take things too seriously and you're being guided to just bring some humor into something. Just see it from a humorous perspective and then see what happens. Just look at it and say, wow, life is funny. And see what comes for you when you do that. You don't have to have all the answers now. Which is what this Six of Wands and Six of Wands and this card is suggesting to me. This is you taking time out, doing something frivolous with friends and on your own. Like just being like having an I don't care attitude. Like I'm letting this thing go now. You know. Yeah, you might be worried about money, and I feel this is saying slow and steady. Slow and steady, like it doesn't, maybe you've wanted the win, or you're going for the big thing. It's something like that, group 2, 3, like you're going for the big thing. I have to have it now. Then the Two of Swords, like, but I think you're coming out of that, and I think you come out of that from, you're finding balance. You're finding balance between work and gossip. And by that I mean just having tea, just taking a break, just doing something differently, just saying, okay, I'm not available now, you know. Maybe you're the kind that just works, and you're learning, no, that's not working for me now. It's time for me to, I need to take breaks as well. And you've got other cups there, 4 of Cups. Yeah, just opening yourself up to different possibilities, different offers. And here with the Knight of Wands, yeah, you could be impetuous, and this is saying don't be impetuous. Just take it easy. Money is coming. Your whatever it is you're wanting, it's coming, but it needs you. You kind of need to take a step back and don't push things, which just seems to be the theme. And the Queen of Coins here, yeah, it's the Knight rather than the Queen. It's accepting, it doesn't have to be huge as you expect. It doesn't have to be the big thing. Sometimes the slow things lead to the big things, lead to more abundance, like slowly and steadily building something. You know, it's like a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Like, I'd rather take the slow and steady than just have once-off big things kind of thing, you know, because that's not what a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush means. It has a different meaning. That's what I'm interpreting from it. It's rather have that smaller thing than the imagined bigger thing. Is the bird in a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. But let's see what your advice is. 2 of Cups. And 10 of Swords. So this is like offloading on a friend. This is like taking counsel from guidance from a counselor. It's seeking counsel. It's doing the offloading. It's so important for you. You need that right now, you know, because you might be getting stuck in this is never going to shift. Instead of you seeing that actually there have been shifts. They're just slower than I want them to be, you know. And I need to have this kind of calm attitude and trust that my people are looking out for me, you know. Oh my goodness, you see, these messages are similar because group 1's main theme was the Hanged Man, and you're getting it as your advice. And it's kind of very much what I was saying, that you need to zig when you would normally zag. Look at things from a different perspective. Let go a little bit, maybe. And this is me. This, I feel, is you offloading that head stuff. There's a lot going on. Like, you are agonizing about things. You're seeing things negatively, and maybe you need to see someone, even if it's a priest. Just have someone to talk to, a dear friend. You need that, dear hearts. because they will help you see a different perspective. They will help you see how loved you are. It could even be about a relationship or some kind of partnership where you've only seen the negative at the moment, and you're just needing to see a different perspective on this love or on this work, on this shift, that there has been a shift. I mean, do you want the Queen of Coins and be very unhappy, like you get all this money, but it's so horrible, it's like you don't even know yourself anymore? Or do you want to build slowly, slowly, likewise in a relationship? And I will leave it there, my dears. Yeah, and I hope this has helped you, Group G. I found these readings really interesting, and I will chat with you again soon.